All right, so residency reflection week 5. This past week was great. It was the first real full week with our mentor sessions and everything else going on too, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. Loved the mentor sessions. I really liked getting to kind of really prep for one patient. I like getting a little bit more treatment time with one patient because I kind of like the treatment stuff more than the exam stuff. And it was really nice to have an expert clinician in the room and have them kind of asking me questions. It helped me kind of make sure I was on the right track, and also just helped me kind of with the learning process, because if I was doing something that wasn't quite working how I wanted it to, they would ask like a reflective question, and I would kind of then adjust what I was doing. Or we were focusing on movement analysis for this session, and so they did a movement analysis. Well, I did a movement analysis on a patient, and then I told them kind of what I saw, and then I was like, this is what I think the problem is, and we went into that, and then I was like, this is what I thought was the problem was not quite the problem. And then but it was nice to be able to kind of take the extra time, pause, and just be like, I think I was wrong with that first answer. I'm going to change it. Like, I think I'm going to adjust, and I think this was the issue, and then we adjusted, and then that worked. But it was nice to be able to be in that structured learning environment, but also with like a real patient, kind of almost like a clinical experience, but like I'm in charge, I'm doing everything, I'm answering questions. We got time to talk about it beforehand. I got time to look up research articles beforehand, filling out the mentor prep form, and then we also got to reflect afterwards and got written feedback, which was nice because the written feedback helps me be able to kind of go home and look at what I need to work on, and take a break, rest from the day, and then really dig into the feedback and kind of digest it and be able to pick it apart and figure out how I'm going to incorporate the feedback into practice in the future. So really enjoyed the mentor sessions. Excited for more of those to come. Getting more efficient in the clinic, still figuring out some of my systems and just getting more efficient with everything. And then teaching's been going well. I did this past week start some diaphragmatic breathing sessions with some of the students. So we did it on one of the lunch hours between some of their classes, and it was awesome. I have a passion for diaphragmatic breathing and helping others with it and using it and teaching it. So it was cool to be able to put that into practice, and hoping to get some more students to come to the next couple sessions. I'm doing a 4-session series with them. I'm going to make another video about that kind of later this week, and then hopefully my plan is to also start like a diaphragmatic breathing set of videos on the channel here. Still kind of in that getting my legs under me mode. In the end of our mentor prep form, there's a section for kind of like what's going well, how are you feeling, and just kind of so they can gauge where we're at each week. And I was kind of like, I feel like I'm floating in the middle of the ocean and just kind of drifting along, and I think I've shared that on here before. But the mentor session really helped me feel like I was getting a little bit of gauge on where I am, and kind of like, okay, I'm kind of floating along in the right direction at least, and I'm not totally going the wrong way. So that was nice to kind of give me that feedback and to be able to adjust from that. But still getting my sea legs under me a little bit. My parents were able to come yesterday and visit, so that was really nice. Got to hang out with them, got to kind of show them where I work and where I go around. So thanks for coming, guys. And then excited for the next week to keep coming. Definitely the schedule is starting to fill up and get busier. My other resident Jessica and I are starting to plan our first the lecture that we have to present, so getting busier with that, and things are starting to pick up a little bit, but I feel like I've got it under control and have my systems and schedules down from an organizational standpoint that I can keep up with it so far. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. Hasn't worn me down yet. Excited to keep going and see what this next week brings. Hope you enjoyed this week's reflection, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.